Hi, my name is Amanda, and this is one of my gardens. My garden may not look like much now, and if the deer won't eat it, it can and will be beautiful. This is me and my daughter. I am trying to till and get ahead of weeds while my daughter uses the hoe. And no, I'm not making her help me. She wants to help and be with me in the garden because digging in the dirt is just fun. Outside and in my garden is where I find peace and can see the fruit of my labor. I can feel God's presence. I know it may seem strange to some, but a couple years ago, not due to COVID, but other circumstances in which maybe one day I'll share, gardening really took my mind off things and helped me to heal my brokenness and know that God was in control and He knew I had done all I could do, but He had bigger plans. In my garden, I felt comfort. The warm breeze felt like my hug from God. The nosy bees were my new friends, and just the peace I felt, I knew everything was going to be okay. I didn't know how or when, but with God's guidance, I knew it would be okay. My first memories of gardening was when I was a young girl going to my grandpa's garden with my mama and my siblings. We helped with corn and okra and squash. The rows in his garden felt like they went on for a mile. I remember one year he drove his little Isuzu truck down the rows of corn, and my mom was on one side and me on the other, breaking the ears of corn off and throwing them in the truck bed. You know, at one time, I thought he never taught me how to garden. Well, step by step anyway. But I do remember his tractor tilling up the rows and my mama showing me what was the plant and what was the weeds so I would know what to pull. I also remember planting seeds and him showing us how to fertilize and his sprinkler system that ran from the creek. So when I think of all this, he did teach us to garden, maybe not step by step, but through hard work. Also, I never asked for step by step, I just thought it was fun. We would take our shoes off in the cool dirt and play in the creek, and my sister and I would take turns watching our younger siblings under the shade tree. I remember so many things from back then. Even my great-grandpa Biddy. He also had a garden, which I remember taking a couple of bites out of radishes and turnips. And he also had a peach tree. And I remember him cleaning squirrels. With my gardens, I hope that one day my children will find the same peace I find and see the directions that I have guided them in to have their own beautiful garden and maybe one day not to be so dependent on the grocery store as I have been. Also, most importantly, I want them to always follow God even if it is out into the garden to be comforted. God is my Savior, and I'm not ashamed to say it. And I pray in time that my children will know Him as I do. Thanks for watching. God bless.